The moving picture. Mary had an old photograph in her home of an abandoned place. It was a memento from her late husband, and she kept it as a cherished memory. One day, she noticed something strange happening with the photograph. The trees in the image seemed to move. At first, she thought she was imagining things, but after a few days, the entire photograph changed. Her husband, who had been standing in the background, vanished completely. That night, she heard someone calling her from the room with the photograph. When she entered, she found the photograph empty, but the door in the picture was open to another world. Mary stared at the empty photograph, terrified. The person who had been in it, her deceased husband, was gone, but the door in the picture led to another realm. She heard whispers behind her and, when she turned around, she saw someone standing in front of the picture who resembled her husband, but his features were distorted. He said in a calm voice, "Come with me." Mary was terrified but felt a strange force pulling her toward the picture. When she reached out to touch the photograph, she suddenly found herself in a completely different world, one filled with shadows and eerie sounds. In this new realm, everything was different. The surroundings were foggy, and the sounds were indistinct. Suddenly, a figure that resembled her husband appeared before her, but his features were obscured. He said, "You chose to enter, but not everything that appears before you is the truth." Mary felt even more fear as the shadows around her began to move. The figure told her, "To leave this place, you must confront the truth you have been running from all these years." At that moment, Mary realized she needed to face the old memories she had been avoiding her whole life. Standing in the dark world, Mary began to hear more voices in her mind, as if she were surrounded by painful thoughts and memories. The figure said, "You are here to confront what you have been fleeing from your entire life." Mary understood she was facing a direct confrontation with her past, with all the memories she had tried to forget. The figure told her, "If you continue to run, you will remain here forever." Mary knew she had to make a decision, either face her fears and escape this world or remain trapped in it. As she reached out to touch the figure, everything around her vanished, and she found herself back in her home. The moving photograph had returned to its static state, and everything seemed normal again, but Mary knew her journey was just beginning. After confronting her past, Mary returned to her real world with a newfound sense of inner peace. The moving picture on the wall was now still, and her deceased husband appeared in her memories clearly, without negative emotions. Mary learned that the courage to face the past meant being able to live peacefully in the present. She began to live her life in a new way, with greater understanding and forgiveness toward herself and others. Every day became a new opportunity for personal growth and building a better life filled with hope and positivity.